The Next Titan Season 3 is brought to you by Heritage Bank.
Previously on The Next Titan, the contestants got a taste of what it takes to promote a different kind of product. Lekki Gardens, the official housing sponsor of The Next Titan, was the beneficiary of the PR and promotions ideas and innovations of the would-be Titans. As it stands now, the relentless decimation over the past weeks has pruned the number of housemates from 16 down to 6. For the 6, 3 realities have become very clear. Only one winner will emerge. Only one winner will leave the competition with 5 million naira. Only one winner will drive away with a brand new Ford EcoSport from Coscharis Ford. This one winner will, however, not emerge from among 6 contestants, but from a final, yet-to-be-revealed group of 4. The 6 have come far, but no one is safe. This week, it's a sales task. Although the contestants are in practical terms engaged in selling activities for the Ford brand, they are learning very valuable lessons about the economy and the real world. It's tough, it's fun, it's The Next Titan.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise, driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them, building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
Welcome to Sifax Group. Sifax Group is proudly Nigerian company with a global spirit and with diversified investments in conglomerates such as Sifax Shipping, Sifax Off-Dock Nigeria, Sifax Clearing and Forwarding Limited, Sifax Haulage and Logistic Limited, Sakol Skyway Aviation Handling Company Limited, and Ports and Cargo Handling Services Limited. Sifax Group is indeed a leader and corporate juggernaut affecting lives in Nigeria and Africa, with presence in other continents of the world. Sifax has been visible in positively influencing young entrepreneurs in Africa. Sifax Group, a pride of Africa.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
It's been a truly remarkable journey for the contestants on Season 3 of The Next Titan. Indeed, it has been full of surprises, some delightful, some not so much. They came from far and wide and auditioned across the nation, all the way from Abuja in the north to Port Harcourt in the east and Lagos in the west. After rounds of presentations before the audition judges, a generous number of 59 contestants made it to the boot camp in Lagos. After fresh rounds of presentations and challenges designed to test them to the limit, the colorful premiere revealed that only 16 made it to the Titan Academy. And then, with the exit of Deborah Aderemi and Constance Waje, they became 14. 14 became 12, courtesy of the eviction of Aaron Akerijola and Segun Sarumi. Just 1 week later, Bolaho Adeyeye bowed out of the competition, leaving 11 in the running. Mojid Ojola and Seth Usanga followed not too long after, bringing the number to 9. In a dramatic swoop the next week, Cynthia Aswegu, Martha Ehizele, and Chinemerem Oswocha were ushered out of the show. And now they are 6. Some of the contestants are arriving from the corner shop when they meet Victoria, Rotimi, and Chika outside. Apparently, the week's task arrived while they were gone. Victoria reads the week's task to the rest of the contestants.
Dear contestants, trust you guys are having a great time at the Titan Academy. Are you?
Yeah.
I want to congratulate the winning team of last week. Task for the week, selling Ford vehicles.
HVP.
Try to check it
Go
again.
ahead, go ahead, just go ahead.
Check the task very well.
Go ahead.
It is Christmas period and most people would like to change the model of their cars or buy cars for their loved ones. You have to cash in on this opportunity to test your selling skills and creative ability on these high-value products. You have to group yourselves into 2 with a brand identity and to work as consultants to Coscharis Motors, Nigeria's authorized Ford importer, by going out to sell its Ford products while also generating hot prospect for the company. Contestants are allowed to have their phones with them throughout this task. Yay!
That's it. Thank you.
You have 72 hours to do the task. The Academy will provide each group a mobile phone. We recharge cards of 1,000 naira each and buses filled with fuel to do this task. Challenge. Bang, bang, bang. This task will be judged on the volume of sales and number of qualified prospects generated. The team that sells the highest number of cars and also generates the highest number of hot prospects as required in number 2 above will declare the winner of the task. And anything that brings fake contacts is automatically disqualified from the show. The team with the better payoff line will also be acknowledged, and this may give the team an advantage in the boardroom. Good luck. Lead Judge, Titan Academy, Kiari.
The contestants proceed with the task of appointed new team leads. Chika is displeased with the idea of being a leader again. It's her 3rd time. Every other person, apart from herself and Sunday, are on the eviction row and as such can't be team leads. Eventually, the appointments sail through, with the 2 safe housemates, Sunday and Chika, emerging as team leads for the Coscharis Ford task.
For Team A, we have the team leader to be Sunday, Victoria, and Ronald. And for Team B, the team leader to be Chika, Rotimi, and Mavis.
Sunday believes the task is not as daunting as it seems. He believes his team can do it. He also thinks the payoff line should reflect the brand and that a good name is important.
This is not any marketing or English things.
It's straightforward. Right now we're not dealing with marketing, we're doing it basically it's so whatever strategy we are trying to think about in the process, let's have that back of our mind that we want to sell.
Chika thinks her team should be passionate about the task. She suggests they come up with a name, and they decide to ponder over it a while longer.
We already know what the tax is. We're supposed to sell Ford vehicles. And since you guys want to win 5 million naira and a car, you should be passionate about this tax. A Ford car. Okay, so first of all, I think we should just pick a name and then we'll meet later. So, names rolling in.
Okay, we need to sell cars and we need to generate
prospects. Hot prospects, mind
not
you.
fake.
Hot prospects.
Yeah, it's possible.
And it's possible. It's possible. I think
basically
we have to.
Cars, not just cars.
Exactly. That's it.
That's the spirit.
Rotimi thinks drivers will be sentimental about Ford because it's an American brand.
I know that Ford is an American company. Ford Motors is an American company. And there's this sentiment about American companies, all American companies, to products being made in America. So that is one line. And then we can look at other things too.
Chika advises that the team members start ringing up contact.
In the meantime, while we're off for the break, please let's begin to talk to contacts. There's no time to waste on this tax because people would hardly take a decision to buy a car in 3 days. So the earlier you start prospecting, the better for us. Thank you. See you later.
We're going to win this tax.
We're meeting by 7:30. 7:30. I'm Chika Durusin. To keep me in the Titan Academy, please vote by texting Titan space Chika to 33352.
My name is Mavis Marshall Idio. So to keep me in the next Titan Academy, please text Titan space Mavis to 33352.
My name is Sunday Willaby. To keep me on the next Titan reality TV show, please text Titan space Sunday to 33352.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise. Driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them. Building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
The contestants arrive at Coscharis Motors at 10 a.m. for a brief on what the task entails. They meet with the General Manager for Marketing and Corporate Communications, Mr. Abiona Babarinde, and the Divisional General Manager for Certified Parts Dealership, Mr. Olaleko Adenuga. Mr. Abiona Babarinde commends the zeal of the would-be Titans.
I can see the top 6 here, and I can assure you that beyond this, because the spirit is, you all need to measure up to the fact that you are part and parcel of the Titans, the next Titans for 2016. So by 2017, whether I won or not, I'm already an entrepreneur.
He gives a background of Coscharis Motors, constantly speaking glowingly of the relentless efforts of the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Cosmas Maduka, who turned the brand into a multi-million naira franchise. He talks about the milestones of Ford Motors, mentioning their recent awards. He adds that the local assembly of Ford brands has commenced successfully, meeting global standards.
And some milestones have been achieved with this brand, Ford. And I would also like to tell you, in fact, we are part and parcel of our success stories this year, no doubt about it.
Our interactions with the sales team, the management team, and the maintenance team at Costaris has really enlightened us on the features of the product, the benefits of the product, and then that would make the selling process easier.
It's a very challenging one, but I mean, life is challenging. You know, we've been given the task for the week is to go out and to test our selling skills. But I'm very optimistic about this because I know that from what I've learned since I came into this academy, impossibility is nothing when you are determined.
And so far we've been enlightened a lot on their product, after sales services, and their edge over competition, prices and all of that. I think we have a lot of knowledge to take on this task, and we see it as a possibility right now.
The Oxford Consult Group takes off to Ikeja to meet with a prospective client, the Director of Internet Multimedia at Christ Embassy. In her absence, they meet with her personal assistant, who tells them that the organization is looking to acquire a new fleet of cars next year. She promises to push for the administration to patronize Ford. At the right time, the group will be contacted for the purchase to be put into effect. The members of Propellant Consult leave the academy a little later than the previous day in great anticipation. The first place they visit is Duggan's Sugar. They meet with the Chief Executive Officer. After introductions, they all get into discussions about the manufacturing industry. It is a light-hearted discussion. The contestants are, however, waiting for the proper opportunity to get down to the matter that has brought them over. Ronald finds the right moment and goes ahead to talk about the task given to them. Ford brochures and magazines are handed to Mr. Duggan.
1.5 tons. 1.5 tons. That's approximately 1.3. Really serve the purpose. Really, that's good enough.
They then discuss the benefits of owning a Ford vehicle.
You're going to have 4 years after sales maintenance.
He is interested in what he sees. He asks them some specific questions about the Ford Ranger in particular. Eventually, he writes a letter of interest to the management of Costaris, stating his interest in a purchase arrangement for a set of cars. The Oxford team makes several calls. Chica rings up a prospective client who is interested in the Ford Explorer and the Ford Ranger.
We have the Rangers, the Explorer, Edge.
She gets in touch with the showroom supervisor in their Abuja branch to assist her client with the location. Rotimi is hard at work, sending mails and proposals out to clients.
So what I'm trying to do is, based on our prospect, I'll forward the mails to all those guys.
There's showroom for Abuja here. So let me
yes,
just
so contact the person there.
Let me just
talk to the guy.
The team meets with the managing partner of Smart Assist Incorporated. They discuss the possibility of buying a few Ford cars. He admits that he is looking to acquire marketing vehicles, a car for his training center, and a couple of cars for his staff.
Definitely, I'll be trying to get some marketing vehicles for the business.
Ford is the best option because we have vehicles that are Nigerian road customized. You know, they are built for the Nigerian roads.
Since they are made for the Nigerian road anyway, so I'll make it a priority.
My name is Ronald Ajiboye. To keep me in the next Titan reality TV program, Academy, please text Titan space Ronald to 33352.
My name is Rotimi Ebelmi. To keep me in the next Titan Academy, please text Titan space Rotimi to 33352.
15352.
My name is Victoria Mamza. To keep me in the next Titan Academy, kindly text Titan space Victoria to 33352.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise. Driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them. Building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
Team Propellant arrives at Lambic Technical and General Services Workshop, where they meet with top officials. Ronald continues the discussion. He outlines the uniqueness, advantages, and functions of Ford vehicles.
In my own opinion, can I tell you my experience as to this task? It's been fabulous, quite outrageous. I mean, it's not an easy task. However, we've been able to strategize, and based on my experience, I think we've been able to work more on the table than on the field. That's working smart and not working hard.
The Oxford team is in the bus, deliberating on the next line of action. They also make a few calls to fix meetings and close deals with some prospective clients.
The task in general has been very challenging. If I say it hasn't been, then I'll be lying. But it's been exciting too, because we've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people, like high-end individuals, and we've been able to speak to them about the brand and convince a lot of them. Do we have response from possible clients? Yes, we do, but the strongest we have is someone who is really going for, he needs a discount, and hopefully if it goes through, then that will be a good one too.
It's been another challenging week. Both teams are yet to conclusively close a sales deal, but have established leads on behalf of their client. Back at the academy, Friday night brings just the opportunity they have craved for a time to unwind. They play host to Viii, the fast-rising guitar maestro. It was sheer fun all the way.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise. Driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them. Building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
The contestants that are up for eviction get ready for the day. Oriental Hotel, venue of the boardroom. The judges arrive for the proceedings of the 8th boardroom session. All the 6 contestants stand to usher them in. Once again, lead judge Kerry Booker decides to break the silence in the boardroom by asking how the Ford sales task panned out.
How was the task anyway?
Sunday responds first.
Interesting, very challenging, but interesting with a lot of learning curves.
Chika also shares her experience.
I think we've all transformed for food where we moved steps ahead of where we got here.
The first order of business is eviction.
As usual, we will start with eviction.
Kerry Booker asks those put on the eviction row to rise. Ronald, Marvis, Rotimi, Victoria. In the brown envelope, there is good news. However, for one person.
The votes from viewers is in this envelope. The contestant that is saved by the viewers this week is Victoria.
Victoria is the lucky one.
So you may sit.
With that matter out of the way, everyone waits to see who gets to vacate the boardroom, and by extension, the competition.
What I want to do is to go through and have each of you give me reasons why you should remain.
Marvis goes first.
What I intend to do, my mission, is to bridge the gap between the need for classical furniture pieces and furnishings and the inability of the modest income earner to purchase one. Now, to do this, I've been able to develop techniques to be able to create furniture from recyclable materials, from the average thing people term trash. So I would like to see myself at the final so I can show you this.
Rotimi secures the attention of the judges. He introduces himself as the co-founder of Barcodes, a retail food point.
Barcode has an area of interest is actually in food, hospitality, and leisure. We want to create a fun space where people could actually relate, family, friends, could actually meet together. And then it's also a retail food point where we are aligning into the new Lagos, the metropolitan Lagos. Why do I want to stay? The trainers, the connections, the network that this platform has given to me in unlocking the potentials in me and more opportunities that I believe that it's possible is something I find priceless. And I believe, and I strongly believe, that if I am still in this on this platform, I can actually make it happen. My dreams, my vision, and creating more opportunities for people is possible. Thank you, sir.
Ronald talks about his auto mechanic workshop, its subdivisions and branches in strategic locations nationwide.
And I'm the founder of Macronad Auto Drone Center. What do we do basically? Macronad is the drone part of it is into manufacturing and repairs of drones. Over time, we have successfully been able to manufacture 9 drones, and every one of them sold totally. That was when we started.
Manufacture
drones. That's UAV, unmanned area vehicles.
Drones.
For surveillance and
drones.
Yeah, drones. And the mechanic part of it, which is the automobile, is integrated automobile. Basically, what we do is optimization. What every other mechanic can't do. And for example, I'll give you a very good example of it. We go as least converting the water that actually comes out from your pressurization, that's your cooling system, the air conditioning system, into your radiator. And why do I really want to stay? The fact that I have outstanding qualification is not enough, but then learning and your criticism over time has actually built me, and my management experience over time is what actually made me a perfect person and a perfect management. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Celine Loda, speaking to the contestants on Eviction Row, says they are interesting candidates going by just their business ideas, especially Marvis's idea. Chris Parks says Marvis's idea is questionable. and the judges didn't quite understand Rotimi's idea, and then refers to Ronald's business idea as a good one. Tonya Cole is impressed by the contestants and how they could defend themselves fluently. He says for the first time in a long while, he's seen passion and hunger and genuine interest in winning.
Who would you save? 2 names. So I would want you to either number them 1, 2, 3, meaning in the order that they have spoken.
The judges deliberate on who to save among the 3 contestants on the eviction road.
Rotimi, you are evicted.
The lead judge announces that the judges have decided to evict Rotimi. Gary Booker prompts him to say a few words.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I actually missed you, sir. We've not been around for some time. The truth is...
Chris is never missed.
The truth is, I'm actually ready to go. Winning the 5 million, I've realized when I came on this platform, I realized that 5 million is nothing. What I need is what is inside of me, is the internalized learners. I'm taking it out there, and you need to watch out for me. Thank you so much.
Great.
Did I see this eviction coming? No, I won't say I did. I didn't see any eviction coming. I felt like, oh yeah, we can still take it to the finals. I guess maybe the judges didn't understand what I wanted to achieve, and I'm not shocked. So in terms of what led to my eviction, I guess it was in terms of pitching of our business ideas. There was more emphasis on the business idea than the character backing the business idea up. One of the biggest concerns I had was that if I win 5 million, is this not going to limit me to a bigger goal? What Next Titan has shown to me that impossibility is nothing. Anything can be achieved.
It is time for group presentations. The judges are joined at this stage by a representative of Coscharis Ford, Mr. Abiona Babarinde, the General Manager for Marketing and Corporate Communications. Sunday introduces himself and the task given to his team. He explains that surveys show that there is a huge appeal for Ford cars. He explains how determined they were to sell a Ford car and how his team decided to sell smart and got the attention of chief executive officers of companies by offering to run free diagnostics on their cars.
Everywhere we went to, we leveraged on the strength of one of us who's into auto diagnostics. We requested to see the CEO so that we could, and when they say what for, we say so we could run a check on his car and give him a result for free. But that interaction afforded us opportunity to introduce the Ford brand. And then the next thing is, let's have a pro forma invoice, or let's have a price list. But I know that people get pro forma invoices every day and price lists, and they never do anything about it. So the request that usually comes, what we came to the conclusion to do is, let's get an expression of interest on paper. But the closing part for us was the vision of the founder of Ford, Mr. Henry Ford, that is, that there's a car for everyone, is very much in line with our own belief as young entrepreneurs that you should create solutions that outlast you, that run into generations. I thank you very much for your time.
Chika introduces herself and evaluates their strategy in executing the task. She says her team drew up an analysis of what people like most about cars. They also made efforts to understand the product they were tasked to sell, and hence came up with the payoff line, redefining excellence, because Ford combines class with durability.
So we went out there telling our clients and prospects that you have a brand that combines class and is able to meet the demands and worries Nigerians have about our roads.
They also took the initiative to put a value add on the product by giving a 100,000 naira fuel voucher on each car sold.
Now we wanted people to be able to, aside from the free 4 years benefits, which is known by everyone, we wanted a situation where anyone who is able to pick up the Ford gets an extra incentive.
It is now time for the teams to take on each other, starting with Oxford to Propellant.
While we were presenting, you just kept on talking about commitment on paper, commitment on paper. There was no clear outline of strategies employed in executing your task. I would want to know exactly what strategies you used in executing this task.
My response to that would be that I just told you that we leveraged on the competence of one of our team members, which is Ronald, who deals in auto diagnostics. Now, seeing CEOs of organizations is not always an easy task. Now, we didn't say we came to sell Ford cars, otherwise they would refer us to some officer who can take decisions. And we needed people, even the task brief stated that you must go to people who can take decisions. So that was the opening gambit, if you like, that we want to run a check on his current vehicle and then give him a result for free. And then the doors were flung open. And then when we went in, after delivering the service and giving the result, he was delighted. We initiated the discussion of Ford. And then in the course of the discussion, we now got him to say, okay, think about introducing the Ford into the fleet of your organization. And then say, okay, let's have a price list. And then we know that people take price lists every day and they shred them. And the law of writing states only what is written is important. That is the law of writing. So we say, please, can you commit on your company letterhead? Because we are leaving the show, but we can hand over same to Ford as has been attached with our report so that they can follow up, which was one of the actual demands of the task. And we have the evidence here with the signatures of the CEO, and it can be verified.
With that answer, Oxford doesn't have any further questions. The table then turns for Propellants to ask Oxford questions.
You spoke about the free 100,000 fueling voucher you deployed as one of your sales strategy. Now, I know that from our interrogation of this brief that the 4 years after sales warranty that Ford offers is unparalleled in the industry. The closest to it is 100,000 kilometers. Ford is doing 120,000. So wouldn't it be counterproductive to introduce greater costs upon a brand that's already given so much? And then you said you handed over to the officer. The officer couldn't respond to you within the 72-hour tax period because he needed to seek approval. And I'm sure that approval, I'm not so certain, is going to be approved. So why add more body on the Ford brand? On Costaris, sorry, on Costaris.
I would say the fueling voucher, if you listened, it was two-edged. First was our proposal to Ford because they have a partnership with Mobil and Total, which we got during our briefing. And then second was leveraging on the commission which was supposed to be paid us for any vehicle sold.
Ronald then makes a significant observation, a devastating shot.
You know, as I understand that you can make a man understand something if his salary depends on not understanding it. I mean, you're not going to be expecting people that are working lifting to have coffee break. Can I know the car you drove down to the offices or to the places you went to when you were actually making your sales?
The car I drove down is the same kind of car or spec of car you drove down while marketing.
That's not true.
You know, the car I drove down doesn't matter because I was speaking with the CEOs in their offices, and I want to understand what does the car I drove down to market.
Sorry, Ronald. In terms of the sales, the people who were approaching they didn't want to know what car. And I'm answering your question.
We drove a Toyota Hiace.
Another salvo comes. Why is an already existing partnership with a bank being touted as a new idea? With that controversy, the critique session comes to a close, leaving the judges to make their comments and criticisms.
So that's the end of the crossfire, and we'll now move on to the judges' assessment of the performance of the two teams.
Celine Loader addresses both teams on their bad report writing and educates them on how to write reports.
What I find puzzling is that when you present in person, you're very articulate, you're very structured as to how you approach the task, but these reports are full of just, as I keep saying, pontification.
To Oxford Consult, she says they didn't do a good job by affiliating the Ford name to another brand name.
For Oxford, I don't like the idea that you appropriated the name of the brand to your team name. As I said, I don't know which one came before the other, but it's usually not the best thing to do. I didn't see anything to do with what you were competing with, like the whole market. You had 72 hours. It's not a great amount of time. But one of the things that I would have liked to see is to say we went to Ford and we looked at their normal run rate of sales at this time of year. If it was 1 a day or 0 a day or whatever it was, try and pitch your own targets in that space, in that context. But I didn't see that. Let me go to the positives. I like the fact that you went to the banks to look at the database of people who are possibly looking for car loans and to try and strike up a sort of an incentive package that you could offer to these people.
For Propellant, she commends their initiative to get expressions of interest from companies.
I like the fact that you actually forced your prospects to give you expression of interest, which is the evidence of the fact that they are qualified as leads. And hopefully Ford will pursue those.
Chris Parks talks about how there is no precise definition of a lead. He likes the invoices presented by Propellant, although their payoff line isn't catchy enough, in his opinion.
The payoff line, Propellant, the car with character. There's no motivation to purchase. The car with character doesn't say anything. Your strategy to go to the CEO and offer him a car check, it's nice. I don't know how many turned you down before you found a few that found the time or agreed and thought you were cheeky enough and it was worth going for. It's not, for me, it would be the procurement guy to go and see. You can get more information from them. They've got less time, but they have a business reason for talking to you.
He talks about the Oxford payoff line, which has already been used by another car brand, and the lack of context in their report.
Payoff line. That line was used by Volvo. You should have researched it before coming up with it. Volvo dropped it because it was seen as meaningless. I do like very much your initiative that you took, whether you realised it or not, using the sales commission and putting that into a petrol opportunity or fuel opportunity. Because in this current economy, that added value onto what Ford or Cascaris are doing at the moment with their warranties, which are fantastic, that added value could be in this current economy the extra incentive they need.
I think from both parties, I won't go into the reporting, but when you were speaking, I got a clearer picture of the strategy you employed, talking about Propellant, the strategy you employed to break into the CEO's office or get him to listen to you. And you came up with letters. Are those, can we see? Have these been sent to the... Okay, all right. Yeah, I saw it, but they were photocopies, so I couldn't tell. They feel real.
There's a video for Dogan Sugar when he was saying it.
So you got evidence of them? Okay, no problem.
Mr. Abiona Babarinde, the Coscharis Ford representative, introduces himself and acknowledges the judges. He goes on to lay out his analysis of the performance of both teams.
Defining excellence, fair payoff, but unfortunately you didn't practice it in terms of how you dealt with this. I think Sterling mentioned it, that the objectives were just clear, and there are certain things that I think both teams need that. I recall I also did mention that to you when you visited that when you're selling a car, there is no car basically especially when it's a brand new car, that's not a good car. So it's after sales that actually makes the difference.
His concluding words are that all finalists are winners.
Everybody at this stage, I can tell you, you're winners. You've given it your best shot, and I appreciate that, and for representing Ford and Coscharis, but we can do more. So I wish you all the best.
The contestants are asked to leave the boardroom to allow for deliberations.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise. Driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them. Building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
Welcome to Sifax Group. Sifax Group is proudly a Nigerian company with a global spirit and with diversified investments in conglomerates such as Sifax Shipping, Sifax Off-Dock Nigeria, Sifax Clearing and Forwarding Limited, Sifax Haulage and Logistic Limited, Sakol Skyway Aviation Handling Company Limited, and Ports and Cargo Handling Services Limited. Sifax Group is indeed a leader and corporate juggernaut affecting lives in Nigeria and Africa, with presence in other continents of the world. Sifax has been visible in positively influencing young entrepreneurs in Africa. Sifax Group, a pride of Africa.
The contestants are ushered back into the boardroom. Judge Booker declares the winning team.
We have deliberated and we have unanimously given propellant as the winners. Great. And with this, we've come to the end of team slugging now. So it's now going to be individuals sometimes supply themselves. You have to fight for your ideas and of course the tasks would be assigned, the tasks that you would have would be assigned a day or two from now.
The winning team is promised their reward.
And by the way, you would have I think it's a movie night on Saturday, so that you can at least relax and enjoy as champions.
Again, the inevitable, the determination of who comes next in the lineup of evictees. The lead judge turns to the losing team and announces that one of them will be evicted in this boardroom session, and whoever remains will join the winning team in the final week of the competition. He turns to Chika, the team leader of the group, demanding to know why the team lost, how she added value to the task, and how her continuation on the show will help her business idea in the event of winning the competition. Chika replies, while the judges are watching intently, taking in every detail.
I've evolved. My product and business idea is one that adds value to the value chain which Nigeria seeks in production, and a lot has been spoken about agriculture and the fact that over 50 to 70% of Nigerians use shrimps daily in their consumption, and so I have a large market out there waiting for me. Thank you.
The lead judge poses the same question to the other team member, Marvis. She further talks about her business of turning trash to treasure and how she is capable of handling her entire production process all alone in a short period.
I can, by myself, create a full living room setting furniture piece, or just by myself in 2 days. I can create a dining, sitting, and the living room's furniture piece. Now, imagine what I can do with more people. How many more people I can actually employ and teach this skill to produce more furniture pieces. So I would like an opportunity to be on the show, to show you these things I'm doing, to learn from you too, because I have learned so much, and also too, and more opportunity to learn from this my contestants too. So I would like an opportunity to remain.
Now the judges put heads together to decide on who deserves to stay. Having decided, the lead judge announces the name of the evictee.
The person that the judges have decided to remain is Marvis. Chika, you are evicted.
Sorry, Chika.
Chika, it's an interesting journey. I want to give you an opportunity to give me your final words.
I'll say thank you for the opportunity. I've learned, I've evolved, I've added passion to ideas, I've added speed. I'm more driven now than ever to achieve what I came here for.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right, good luck.
What led to my eviction today? Well, when a team loses, the leader takes responsibility. And of course, the team was already lean. We just had 2 people. So, who goes up? Leader goes. The boardroom, for me, has been a learning field. Corrections, positive criticism, sometimes grossly negative too. But as business people, we just took it. It made us stronger. Every boardroom session for me made me stronger. Having to work with stringent timelines, I think I'm going to have to work with very stringent timelines now, from now henceforth.
For me, it's different. I am going all the way. I'm breaking the limit beyond the 5 million and taking it to a totally different level. It's an awesome program. People need to come on this show. Investors need to come and support what is already going on. It's a wonderful project. And I feel, I'm confident that Next Titan has done a lot for me.
Now it remains the final 4. Sunday Ewolabi, Victoria Mamza, Ronald Ajiboye, and Marvis Marshall Idio. The lead judge congratulates them.
Congratulations for the 4 of you in achieving this tough task of being able to survive up till now. You know, you'd have your task by tomorrow, and you'd be able to prepare for it, and we'd love to see you in your best of forms next week. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
What you should expect from me in the finance course will be what I do. And what I do is that when it comes to what I know, I totally rock.
You find initially some little bit of resistance to ideas you put forward. But at the end of the day, God has a way of making those ideas be the one that saves the team.
Victoria Mamza will actually project Wangari Youth. You've heard of Wangari Youth. Even if you haven't, actually, you're going to hear about it. You're going to see what Wangari Youth can do for you.
You're going to be seeing the whole process of how I turn trash to furniture. That's my tagline. I'm going to also show you how you can buy a house online like you're buying groceries.
The Next Titan Season 3 is brought to you by Heritage Bank.